Welcome to this week's GCN Tech Clinic, where we aim to answer your bike and tech related questions. As always, you can submit your questions in the comments section down below using the hashtag askgcntech. Right, let's dive straight into our first question, which is from Simon Woodthrill Writer. They say, used chain question. I have a couple of chains in my spares box that only have about 2,000 miles on them and are well within their wear limits. Is it false economy to reuse the chain on another bike? No, absolutely not. As you say, provided the chain isn't worn further than the recommended limit, which you can check with the chain checker, and is long enough to go onto a different bike, 100% use it. There's no point throwing it away. That is complete false economy to chuck good stuff away. Next question in is from Trash Man Eats Garbage 7239. Where do these usernames come from? Hi GCN, should I consider two different tread patterns for my gravel bike? I'm asking because I recently replaced my rear tyre with a Rambler and my front tyre needs to go as well. I want a fast rolling tyre. Should I put a Rambler on the front and the back or opt for a slicker tyre? If so, where should I mount which? Appreciate the advice. And thanks to you guys, I'm ditching chain lube and switching to wax. Fantastic news. In terms of your gravel bike, you've really got to look at the different terrain which you're likely to be riding on. There's absolutely nothing wrong with using a mix of different tyres and having a more aggressive tread pattern and a slightly faster rolling tread pattern. For me, it would make very little sense, next to no sense actually, to have a more aggressive tyre on the rear and a tyre on the front which is faster rolling. Generally, you're going to want as much grip as possible up front if they're slippy conditions to do with the braking and the steering of the bike. And if you want to help increase the sort of speed you can get away with a slightly faster rolling tyre, but one that offers a little bit less grip on the rear of your bike. Nothing wrong with mixing and matching. Personally, I don't tend to do it, but it's more than okay. And if you want more grip, get a more aggressive tyre up front. Next question is from Fernando Zolanda or Zorellana 3992. Hello everyone on GCN. I have a question regarding the 2019 Continental Attack and Force tyre. Very specific question here, which they bought ages ago for their track bike. Love them so much, started to use them on their road bike and love the combination of 25 on the front and 28 on the back. Is there any benefit to doing that on the road, or should I just get the same size tyres for both? Best wishes on answering the questions for those of us who look for a bit of extra knowledge in this world. Well, traditionally, we've always used the same size tyre on the front and the back of our road bikes. However, in more recent years, we've started to see pro riders using a slightly narrower tyre on the front and a wider tyre on the back. The idea is the narrow one on the front is better for optimal aerodynamics with the wheel rim, and the one on the rear can be slightly wider because it's hidden through all of the bike frame and the legs, and the air is particularly turbulent at the back of the bike. And the wider tyre offers a little bit more grip, a bit more comfort and some faster rolling. So if I was looking in the situation that you are, I'd be more than happy sticking with a narrow tyre on the front and the wider one on the back. There's no reason to change that, and judging by what all the pros are doing, it could potentially be a faster setup. Next question is from FJ-XZ7YY. They say, hi GCN, it's been a long way since the first carbon rim brake technology. Now that they have significantly improved, are they still worth it? Yes, I think carbon fibre rim brakes are still a useful product to get and buy, and the price point has come down even more, which is always good news. They also say, are the brake lines of carbon fibre rims repairable as they wear out? They say they just love how clean rim brake bikes are and want to keep rolling on these till the end of time. Unfortunately, the brake surface or the brake track on carbon fibre wheels is not repairable when it's worn out. You're going to have to just get either a new wheel or a complete new wheel rim. That's not to say that any small area of damage can't possibly be repaired by a specialist, but it's generally fair to say damage on the brake track area isn't possible to be repaired, and the same goes for wear. Next question in is from Insanely Great 42. I love my aero bike, I love going fast, I also like going on a little bit of gravel and cobbles on my rides. That was up until last weekend, and they say they got away with using 30mm Conti 5000 STR tyres, but finally got a puncture. And they're wondering what tyres they should use for a multi-day trip with longer gravel sections. Stick with their normal road tyres or get some slightly more robust tyres such as the AS version of the Contis, or go some narrow gravel tyres. I would, if I'm riding a road bike and I want to go a little bit gravelly now and again, I would use a road tyre in the widest volume that fits into my bike and use one which offers a slightly improved or increased level of puncture protection. So I'd look for, say, the AS version that we spoke about, or perhaps a Pirelli Cinturato. There's lots of tyres out there that are of that same sort of setup. Final question of this week's Tech Clinic is from Broccoli Wobbles, and they say, at what point should we replace a bike helmet even if we haven't crashed? 3, 4, 5 years? And also, does Ollie's voluptuous hair serve as extra padding and protection? That I don't know about. However, the question about when a bike helmet should be replaced, generally we tend to see manufacturers recommending a period between 2 to 3 years is when it's optimal to replace that bike helmet, because some of the level of protection that it offers is going to start to diminish, and that comes as the foam, which is offering most of the protection, starts to break down. I can't say I've ever had a bike helmet long enough and been crashed free for long enough that I've had to just replace the helmet. So stay safe out there, guys. Right, see you later. Bye.